Hello again, friends, and welcome to the Bronson Effect here on J67 Radio. As always, I'll be your titillating host this afternoon, Kennedy Bronson. The voice that makes you moist, the drone that makes you moan, and the hum that makes you ovulate. And joining us today, happy campers, is crust punk producer and current CEO of Splatter Rag Records, Channy Ruckus. Channy is here today to discuss how the rich cultural influence of music and artistic integrity is the lifeblood to a happy and well-adjusted society, and to promote the newest album by Possum, Crotch, Sex with Wood Chippers. Mr. Ruckus, it's a pleasure.
Well, it's a slice of lemon cake to be here, mate. You got one hell of an air conditioner cranking Freon between me tits, so I do apologize for the crispy cleavage on my part. But I played a lot worse gigs than this, love. When it comes to artistic integrity, you hit the nail right on the noggin. The music business and all the funny-looking people in it, well, it's just like those blokes in the orange jumpsuits picking up all the bottles of piss along the freeway. They might smell like vodka at 7 in the morning, and some of them probably exposed themselves outside of a nightclub in the 90s. But if you didn't have a group of sweaty dudes in chains to come along and take the piss out of society once in a while, it would all be bottling up in the streets.
Very well said, Channy. And I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass either. I'm actually pretty affected by what you said. I'm sorry your nipples were curling up like corn chips when you said it, but that was the greatest public urine analogy in radio history. But speaking of convictions, you seem to be a man of many of them. What do you say in response to the allegations of satanic messages in the song Devil's Dipping Sauce off the latest Jagged Tampon album?
Well, first and forthright, those boys from Jagged Tampon are strapping young fellows who always greeted me with rosy cheeks and shiny buckles on their boots. And I think all those puffy faces you see on the telly flapping their yaps about the devil are full of chips and biscuits. Maybe they should be telling you about the genocide in Gaza instead of snorting their own dookie dust over a horny song lyric.
That's why I switched to independent media. I couldn't stand the naked corruption and bold-faced propaganda of the corporate machine any longer. And I spilled coffee creamer on the circuit board and electrocuted Gary Coleman during C-SPAN, but that's just splitting hairs, honestly. But we're going to have to take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. My British guest has been pointing to his pants and whispering a homophobic slur to the intern sitting beside him. And after finally reaching into his pocket to expose his motives, I realize now he just wants to have a cigarette. We'll be right back after this.
This summer, get ready for the most gut-busting, spine-grinding, bladder-splattering European tour since the invasion of Poland. It's Possum Crotch with special guest Cannibal Handjob. Get your tickets at possumcrotch.com.
All right, welcome back to the Bronson Effect. Thanks again to all my trusty listeners out there for twiddling the widgets every afternoon just to hear my bubbly voice. And joining us today is the former guitarist of Treacherous Ends, founder of Splatter Rag Records, and the silkiest hands I've ever slipped a packet of Adderall into, Channy Ruckus.
Cocaine is for people working at Applebee's. This shit'll give you goose pimples for 37 hours. I spent 2 days in Italy fucking a luggage rack.
Well, tell your friends, man. I got a U-Haul truck full of these fuckers. But getting back to the music, what can you tell us about the new Possum Crotch album? Personally, I prefer their last album, Herpes Circus, but this one does have a decent groove.
Well, it's a crunchy bundle of gibness, I can testify to that. It's dingy, it's live, it's dripping with Scottish vodka, and it'll make you gnaw the rubber nipply things off your door stoppers if you play it in the house. But Possum Crotch has ruffled a few feathers along the way. Just last night, the bassist, Chucky Sludge, got hit in the eye with a Lego Jesus. Is that supposed to be a critique or something? I mean, who in the name of Satan's fluorescent hemorrhoids carries around a Lego Jesus in their trousers all day? It's a sickness of the bloody soul. Just do what the 3-year-olds do with it and choke on it instead, you clammy dickhole. I'm sorry, Kennedy. I suppose I should bring my remarks to a close. It's been a marvelous time, but I think the uppers are getting the better of me, so I might just go and sodomize a file cabinet in the lobby for a few hours if it's all the same to you. Thanks for the frosty tits. I'll see you in the pit. Thank you for joining us.